Hola peeps! Senorita Coco Bun Bun here, and today I'm showing my method to making blue corn tofu tacos for Tuesdays or Thursdays. Let's just have tacos every day! Yes, all the tacos! Mmm! So, the real trick is setting up the prep work for cooking taco stuff, which I will explain in a second. But for now, here's the list of ingredients that I use for building my custom tacos. First, I get a bag of vegan potato chips, aka baby spinach leaves. Then I get a can of seasoned black beans and a can of kernel corn, the no salt added version. I also pick up some Roma tomatoes, about 4 to 5 of them. I like lots of tomatoes on top of my tacos. There's also 1 jar of green chili salsa I like to add in as well, which, by the way, adding green chili is great in pancakes and apple pie. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a really good combo. I'll try to cover that another time. Next, I get blue corn taco shells. I tried the nacho flavored taco shells, but they ended up making the tacos very salty overall. It was a bummer. Speaking of salty, I get the reduced sodium taco seasoning packet for the tofu. But you can substitute the tofu with meat if you wish. Also, you can include avocado and Spanish rice in the tacos as well. I'm just listing basic, easy stuff for now to get in prep. The reason I get reduced sodium this and that is because when combining the shells, the beans, the seasonings and whatnot, all that salt from the individual ingredients adds up pretty quick. Maybe I'm a bit sensitive to salty foods, but as is with these ingredients combined, it might be a tiny bit salty to you as well. But to each their own with the sodium intake. Before making the tacos, you will have to prepare the tofu first, which in my first video covers how to do that. Just follow the link. Okay, now that all the ingredients have been acquired from the Wally Mart, as I brought up earlier, I found a method to the madness in preparing the tacos. That feels the most efficient time-wise, to me anyway. So here we go! First I set the oven to the proper temperature as instructed on the taco shell box. Then I lay out the shells on the tray, which they are set off to the side while the oven heats up. Next I fill up a glass measuring cup with water as instructed by the taco seasonings packet, and I set that both aside as well. Now I chop up my prepared tofu into very small cubes, to which I sometimes snack on a few. Nom nom. My bad. Then I throw them into the frying pan without any need for water or oil. Just set on medium heat to roast and dry out the tofu further, which can take some cooking time. At this point, I dice up the Roma tomatoes into chunks, followed by draining the can of seasoned black beans. Don't make the same mistake like I did one time of washing the beans. There went that tasty seasonings that was canned with it. Ack! Usually at this point, my oven is ready for the taco shells, to which I put in, and at the same time I flip the tofu around with a spatula to get it evenly roasted. Since I still have time at this point while the tofu and taco shells are cooking, I prep the produce with serving utensils and drained cans and open salsa jar. I also open the bag of spinach and have plates ready to go. After all that, the blue corn taco shells are usually done, and around the same time the tofu has roasted to where I like it, which I test by more sampling a few cooked cubes. Nom nom nom. Roasted to perfection. Since at this point it's starting to feel a bit chaotic in the kitchen, I'm glad that water and seasoning packet are ready to go in the frying pan at the same time. Before the taco seasoning gets thick and sticky, sometimes I like to add some extra seasonings, like garlic, cumin, and chili powder. This bunny likes her tacos hot. In no time the tofu filling is done, and the taco bar is finally open for business. First I line up the shells with spinach leaves on one side, then the tofu, followed by seasoned black beans. Then I add green chili salsa on top, followed by corn, and then top it off with lots of tomatoes, just the way I like it. But it's all up to you how you want to build your taco, since that's the fun part of making tacos in the first place. Besides eating them, of course. Woo, that's spicy! I'm gonna need to chug down some horchata. For those that don't know what that is, it's sweet Spanish rice milk with cinnamon. Really yummy. Although the first time someone gave it to me, they just served the raw liquid mix straight without diluting it first with water. That was not fun trying to drink the thick concentrated stuff. Ugh. Luckily that didn't ruin horchata for me, although it did take me a few years to try it again. Anyways, I hope you like my blue corn tofu tacos. Bon appetit!